Hello! Today, and I know it's been a bit since I've uploaded. I've tried to record other shit earlier, but it didn't wanna record. So today, I'm going to be playing White Knuckle. I'm gonna speed run it. It's gonna be great. Now, I have this strategy. Yeah, that's just the thing about White Knuckle people, you know? About the climber. Why doesn't the climber just take the
Hello
elevator?
and
Is she
welcome to the
stupid?
Direct Surface Emergency Access System. This elevator connects directly with the surface site to provide a safe route with absolutely no climbing required. Expected travel time 30 minutes.
Fuck yeah. You know what? That would probably be my best time on White Knuckle. Like, look at us. Look at us. We're already getting there. So, how have y'all been doing? Yes, the small talk is mandatory.
Now playing music for your entertainment.
Oh. Aw. Back to the silence. Silence is
You
overrated.
are currently passing through the deep substructure storage facility underneath substructure 17. First discovered in 1987, this facility is now used for the long-term disposal of an entity hostile to all intelligent life. If you woke it up, you would have had an exhilarating time climbing away from it. Good thing you're here in the Direct Surface Emergency Access System.
Well, that's definitely convenient. So, man, God, that would have been so much effort. Been so much work. I'm pretty averse to that. Remember to hype like and comment scribe if you'd like to see more exhilarating white knuckle gameplay. This is something I haven't done on YouTube before. I could get into white knuckle speedrunning. I'm not really good at speedrunning, but like I could try. You know what I could try though? Having a consistent upload schedule. Well, my charger is still giving me hell. I think I mentioned that on one of my last videos. On the bright side, Amazon's stocking it again, so it's like $75 instead of like 120. You know, if I could, I would like hardwire my laptop to the wall. Like, you might just think, oh, just buy a desktop then, nerd. Huh?
Oops.
That's nothing to worry about. As I was saying, just buy a desktop, nerd. But you see, I am a cretin, frettin'. Creatine. I don't know. I like to lay on my back and play on my laptop with my, I lay on my back and I lay my laptop on my legs. I got like a board for it and everything to keep it cool. Well, mostly cool. It stays relatively cool unless I'm playing something like Rivals or Overwatch or Monster Hunter. I think it's Rise. There's so many of them out there that I could start yapping about Monster Hunter and how I love so much of the game, but so much of it also is just stuff that I can't stand in video
Now
games.
passing the deep substructure
Well,
ventilation facility underneath substructure 17.
well, thank God it
You
was getting a
may
bit stuffy in here.
experience a draft.
Yeah, we'd be here all day. You know, I got into White Knuckle kind of on my own. At first, I saw Markiplier playing some of it. I think I barely witnessed him getting past the tutorial before I clicked off, thinking, maybe this isn't quite the type of thing I want to watch. And then I started seeing more White Knuckle content just popping up on my YouTube feed. And eventually I decided, hey, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I knew, like, a few things, like what the Abyss is, what certain items do. I'll tell you, I did not know that rebar sends you flying backwards the first time I used it, and I launched myself off of something. Let's get stuffy in here. I think we should go upstairs and have a smoke break. Ah, that's better. Did anybody bring smokes? Not me. I'm not a big smoker. I need that for later. I gotta conserve my toys, you know? Because, like, currently I've got this grate, I've got my wrench, my hammer, and I got a singular python. Like, back in my day, this is all we had to make fun, you know? It's a python, a hammer, and a ventilation grate. Just ignore the fact that I'm, like, 22 years old.
Now passing the deep substructure high pressure
Whew.
lockdown hatch.
Good thing we got through there. That ladder's tough to climb, you know. It's really tall. And then the big old hatch door, like, it must be so heavy. I was talking about White Knuckle. Items. I think I was thinking of that. Because, like, I've noticed, like, with Mark, he tends to have his wrench on his right hand, which I find strange. And I was just thinking, like, how do more people organize their inventories in White Knuckle? It's like, personally, I almost always have my hammer here. Because it is quintessential item. Use it for pythons, use it for self-defense, use it for breaking things. It's like the pickaxe in Deep Rock
Now
Galactic.
playing
Well, hold
music
on, I gotta
for
shut up for the
your
music.
entertainment.
Ah, itchy leg. Makes me think of the whole, like, sorry for being sorry type thing. Like, if someone tells you to be quiet, if you're ruining the mood or whatever, and someone tells you to be quiet, how do you state that you're sorry without speaking again, you know? I guess probably the best way to do it is just to shut up. But still,
You are currently passing through the interstructure drainage
Oh,
network, scanning for any new info. Wow, that's a lot of standard facility maintenance climbing holds.
true that
Did
I
you
am not
know
using.
that the Research Authority and the ITAA spent over 30% of their total occupational budget, or about 10% of the total GDP of the former United States of America, on the manufacture and installation of these climbing measures. Good thing you're not using them. You hate climbing. That's why you're here.
Listen, I'm speed running. I don't have time to do that tedious, like, grab and pull and grab and jump. Like, all this required me to do is hit one button. And you know what? We're getting up there. Why don't all speedrunners just use the elevator? Like, look at how fast this is. I mean, I guess it's not, like, the fastest, but it's consistent. Isn't that what matters? See? Isn't that what matters? Give me a comment on what y'all's favorite hands and hammers are for White Knuckle. These ones are my favorites. Honestly, I didn't even know how I got the Denizen hands. Until I, until I looked at my achievements. Well, I didn't, look at my achievements. I looked on, the wiki or something. Oh yeah, but inventory organization. I was talking about that.
Now playing.
Oh,
Music for your
well, I gotta stay quiet for the
entertainment.
music. Okay, I think that's all the music for now. Yeah, usually I have my wrench over here. I'll have, if I get the flare gun, I usually put it up there. Flares tend to go down here.
Did you hear that?
Roaches up
What
there.
was that? Scanning.
I'm sure it's nothing important.
Oh no. Oh no. It appears that over
Damn.
95% of the interstructure drainage networks is infested with lambda wildlife.
Rage.
Gross. Did you know that the tall lambda striders eat directly from sewage? That's disgusting.
True. Me, you'd never catch me eating sewage. At least directly from it. No, but yeah. I tend to have a lot of my consumables, like pills and gubs and syringes and whatnot right here. I don't know. Said please turn around. I turned around. Look up here again. Not much. Yeah, I tend to have all my rebar up here. My golden roaches over there. I tend to have pythons and auto pythons just sort of around this. Usually, until I get... either like an artifact or the flashlight, my right hand is always occupied by a python. Or if I have an auto python, I will prefer to use an auto python. I usually like to have my food down here. And yeah, I've got like a bit of a rule, you know. Like usually if I have space, I'll just grab whatever I can. Bar pythons. Pythons are almost as abundant as breathable air, so I usually don't grab any more than 3 or 4. But like auto pythons, I will gladly always replace a python with auto pythons. Rebar, I tend to... Most things, I tend to try to not have more than 3 of them on me at once. 3 food items, 3 pythons, 3 rebar,
In
usually...
transit, refreshment incoming.
Ooh,
Please
snack!
enjoy your refrigerated ration slurry.
I'm putting that in my pocket. I'm saving that for later. For when I really need it on this short, beautiful speed run. But yeah, usually stuff like syringes and grubs and pills. They're just kind of a see it, grab it. Doesn't matter how many I have. Like if I've got 5 syringes, I'm gonna grab a 6th if I see one. Now, I should be using them. Keep in mind, you know, if I have that many, I should probably just waste some. Because I have this philosophy when it comes with items in White Knuckle. It's better to use them and lose them by wasting them, rather than not use them and lose them anyway, by dying horribly. Of course, I mean, technically, I think some of the coolest ways you can go through Iron Knuckle is just going through and
Passenger,
only...
we are offering an in-transit sale on all direct surface emergency access system merchandise. Picture yourself with an I hate climbing t-shirt or no handholds ceramic mug. Soar through the heights of popularity at your workplace with a stand in there motivational poster.
Hell yeah. You know what? I would buy the I hate climbing t-shirt and the no handholds mug. That poster though? Yeah, I'd still buy it. That sounds fun as fuck. I'd show that off to all my friends. Show it off to all my family. Scared myself. Well, this isn't a horror game. What would ever lead you to think that White Knuckle is a horror game?
Now leaving the deep superstructure.
Ooh.
Welcome to the superstructure cavity. You are currently passing through habitation yellow in substructure 17.
Think about how much effort we just saved. Like, we would have had to go through that whole elevator sequence and do the airlock and, you know, all that stuff in Interlude 2. You know, I got like a little thing. If you are someone who is not very white-knuckly, there's a little hack for you. You can either use like a syringe to jump across the gap up at the top, or you can take the 2 rebar at the bottom, because there's always 2 rebar at the bottom. You take them, go up. You do the first like round of switches, and then whenever you have to press the switch and get back in 30 seconds, you can just jump across the gap, look straight down, and do like 1 rebar and then the other, and then you'll make it across. Of course, something like a rope rebar can just be thrown across, or rocket rebar. I think technically, you know, if you jump and turn around and throw the rebar, you might even be able to get some more distance. Might be able to make it with 1 if you like jump, turn around, throw, quick turn around, and then grab onto the edge. But hell, I've only screwed it up once. I've only screwed that jump up once. It made me very sad. I had taken like a shortcut, and I gotten disc jockey and just like a blank floppy. So I had a yellow floppy and a black floppy. I could have made so many saves. It would have been great. You know, I can't wait till more comes out for this game. I can't wait till White Knuckle actually is fully completed. Oh,
Power system fault. Do
okay.
not panic.
I will sit in my corner. Not panicking. Yup. All calm here. Not panicking. Not panicking. Not panicking. Not panicking. Panicking, panicking, panicking. Nah, I'm kidding. Come on, I have a speed run to do. That's all me. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, that's all me.
Superstructure Research Authority guidelines remind you that you are legally responsible for any strange or unsettling sights, sounds, smells, cravings, or emotions you may encounter while in the superstructure.
True.
It is your fault, and neither the ITAA nor the Superstructure Board are liable.
That is exactly how things should be. Because you know what? It's my own damn fault that I'm like craving a glazed donut right now. There's no way that they could have influenced me to do that. Yeah, I think it's been long enough. I should eat my ration slurry. Mm.
Did someone let him out? Scanning for any more of
Dang.
those little biscuits to lure him away. He shouldn't be in the shaft here. Do not panic, elevator passenger. We
Okay.
know that you hate climbing, and will do anything within our power to prevent you from having to do that.
Thank you, announcer lady. You're such a friend. You know, personally, I think that the Act 2 is probably, or is it Act 2? I think it's like Act 3 actually. I could be wrong. Either way, the elevator section after you do Hab and you go up the elevator. Honestly, to me, probably one of the most laid back sections. Like I know that you still have teeth chasing you and whatnot, but all you got to do is shoot a flare at it. And I know technically flares are sparse. You know, you're
Stay
not gonna find a lot.
suffocated. Pacifying.
Hell yeah. High velocity biscuits. I like cookies. I like biscuits. I like baked goods. I sure do love this elevator ride. And I sure do hope this recording doesn't get brutally interrupted again. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I tried to do this like 3 times, and every time there's been something interrupting my recording. Either I screw up the intro, or I get like 29 minutes in and my damn SSD runs out of space, or I get like interrupted by someone coming into my room. Maybe I should make like a sign for like recording in session. Then again, though, as well, my cable's still all screwed up. I have to leave it in like a specific position. Otherwise, my laptop just doesn't charge. And if it doesn't charge, it, well, it goes on battery and then it starts running worse. It's just not a fun time. It's been giving me anxiety as of lately. This is like the main thing that I do. I figured I'd try doing YouTube again. Figure, hey, let's see what I can do. Let's see if my random machinations can be entertaining for anybody. Wish I had my ration slurry, but I eat it all. And you know what? Because I'm a good person, I'm not gonna just drop it on the floor like some littering monster. You know what? That needs to be the next April Fool's thing, is littering. They will have trash cans scattered throughout the map, and using certain things can, like, make a litter or something. Maybe just laws. Because, like, consider, like, hammering a python into somewhere? That's vandalism. That's vandalism. You're breaking something. Throwing away the can from your refreshing refrigerated ration slurry? That's littering. Like, we should be punished for that, you know? This is the exact exhilarating White Knuckle gameplay that y'all all come here to witness. Oh, this must be my stop. I don't think it is. Sorry, elevator's full.
Alert. Wrong floor. We apologize for any inconvenience.
It's okay. God, I wish my recording didn't fail the last time I tried this. It's been nice talking. Sitting around with my audience, with my elevator full of the, like, 2 or 3 people that actually bother to come look at my uploads. I gotta, like, find a good, gotta find a good thumbnail image in this video, too. Since I have, like, no skill with art, I have, like, no
You are
skill
now
with editing
leaving
software. Whoa.
habitation yellow and have arrived at the ceiling of the cavity. Too bad you're missing the view. This must have been worth it, though.
True. I'm not having to climb a single inch. All the climbing that I've done, none of it mandatory. It's all been personal recreation and gains. I mean, it's not like I've been doing this with any sort of regularity. There's this, like, terminal game that I want to play sometime. I can't remember the name of it. It was cool, though. Similar to something like Neo Scavenger. If you haven't seen Neo Scavenger, personally, I'd recommend it. It's a turn-based, like, hex map survival game. It's also a roguelike. Well, roguelike. There is, in fact, no permanent progression whatsoever. So, like, what even is the difference between a roguelite and a roguelike?
You are now entering the interface strata. Outside the current shaft, there is a freeform climbing gym. In
Oh,
addition, scans indicate that a pack of Lambda 0331 larvae are enjoying the skate park. Since you hate having fun, it is likely good for your well-being that you are
true.
missing the activities.
I'd never like fun.
Estimated time to surface arrival, 3 minutes.
You would never catch me having fun. I wouldn't be caught dead having fun. Let me, This needs out. I wish for this not to be my problem anymore. Goodbye. I've played with that toy its last. I'm now tired of it. I can put a python on the door. Beautiful. There we go. I've nailed the door shut. Now we're never leaving. I hate to break it to you guys, but this video is going to go on forever. You're never going to be able to click off of it. It's okay, though. You can just stay here with me. No, calm down, calm down. Keep your pitchforks away.
You are 1 minute away from your destination. Passenger, we request that you please leave a review for this travel service.
Uh-huh. 5 stars. They gave me a ration slurry. They played music for me 3 times. I've never once been in a taxi or an Uber that has played music for me 3 times. Ignore the fact that I've never been in a taxi or an Uber in my life. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to do a feat. It's been nice hanging out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this
Weather report.
nice elevator
Clear
ride as
skies
much
with
as
a
I
chance
have.
of rain in the afternoon. Welcome to the surface. We hope your time in the direct service emergency access system was pleasant. Have a good day.
Freedom.
And so the climber just left, or something, cheating death through a rudimentary use of a 10-kilometer elevator. And the substructure remained unchanged.
In habitation yellow, Teeth was humanely pacified and compensated for his many years of service to the Superstructure Research Authority. Without the climber's influence, the was safely contained by the left by the took over the in love with.
With no climber to pick us up and take us on adventures, we were left to our own devices. Our kind thrived for eons and rebuilt the Ruby Mountain superstructure into the ultimate testament to all culture. A skate park with a food court.
Substructure 10 abandonment confirmed. Adjusting conditions of condemned for those found guilty of tax fraud to maximum punishment within parameters.
But he was already used to the old investment game with rising underground. He counted you to nail boxes to the floor in peace.
Jack continued living in the walls of the cheat room for many decades. He spent most of his time trying to ease the boredom by playing with drum synthesizers and eating pizza crusts. He yearned for another player to end up in his domain. It's funny watching people not know. I lose. Look at that. I did so good. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope to be out with another upload again soon. And hopefully this one doesn't explode last minute or something. Besides, I think I got most everything that I need. I'll see y'all around. Have a good rest of your day.